Joining us today is Jan Bedayn, co-president of the League of Women Voters of Nevada County. Jan is an active volunteer in the community and has worked with many organizations such as the League, Nevada City School of the Arts, Alistair Frazier's Sierra Fiddle Camp, and Friendship Club. Jan is the grants manager at Sierra Harvest. And as if all this is not enough, Jan has been a part of the League of Women Voters since 2015 and has held leadership positions for 7 of those 11 years. She has been managing the candidate forums since 2015. And as California voters prepare for the upcoming June primary election, Jan is leading efforts to ensure the community has access to clear, nonpartisan information about the candidates and the issues on the ballot. Hi, Jan.
Hi, Lynn.
I know you.
We know each other.
Okay, so in full disclosure, I am co-president with you of the League of Women Voters, and we've been doing that together for like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of our show, leading up to the primary and then the midterms. This is, the heat is on.
The heat is on. This is when the League steps in to do its work, and hopefully we shine.
I hope we do too. So can you talk a little bit about, I know we will, by the way, can you talk a little bit about the new Get Out the Vote campaign that we recently launched, Your Vote, Your Future, and all that entails?
Right, yeah. So this election year, we have 2 elections. We have the primary on January the 2nd, and then, of course, we have the midterm election in November. And we have folded several things into a campaign titled Your Vote, Your Future, because we feel as though, that really sums up the way we feel about participating in the civil discourse via your ballot.
And it's all of a piece. It's all to shine a spotlight on voting.
It's all to shine a spotlight on voting. So in this campaign, there is a voter registration campaign, which we focus on primarily with youth, but we go to adults as well. And then, of course, as we get closer to Election Day, it turns into a Get Out the Vote campaign.
Right.
And then we do it all over again for the November election.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then in addition to that, we've also decided to put our needs in there as well, the League of Women Voters. We very rarely go to the community and ask for support. We are an all-volunteer organization, as you well know. And we're small, but we're mighty, and we're also very frugal. We get by on a little, but we do have to fill our coffers from time to time, and so we are also running a Your Vote, Your Future fundraising campaign, and we hope to raise between now and December about $12,000.
Right. And also a big part of the Get Out the Vote campaign is the candidate forums that you have been painstakingly putting together. It's super complicated. There's a lot of moving pieces. Things change. We send out press release, and the press release has to be updated because some candidate fell out of the race, or changed their minds about being able to attend a candidate forum. Anyway, this is sort of your thing, and you've been doing it for a long time. It's crazy making, I can imagine.
It's not the easiest job, that's for sure, but it's so worthwhile because, the candidates show up. We solicit our questions from the community specifically, so and then we take those questions that are given to us in advance and we refine them to make sure that there's no bias in those questions, and also that every single candidate can answer that question. There's no question that's specifically for one candidate. So the community is given the opportunity to understand what that candidate is, who that candidate is, and what the vision that they have for that race.
For that office, right?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And this year, for June 2nd, in fact, our first candidate forum is next Tuesday, and perhaps you can, give us an idea of what the calendar looks like.
Okay, I'm
going
going
to
put my glasses on here.
Okay.
All right. So we have 4 forums that we're going to be running. Nevada City Council. We're actually partnering with other leagues to bring an online state insurance commissioner. Super important role in our state.
Yes.
That's going to be an online forum. We have the county superintendent of schools, and we also have the U.S. congressional representative for District 3. So we begin with Nevada City Council, which is Tuesday, April the 21st. It starts at 6 o'clock. It goes until 7:30.
At the Rood Center.
This is at the Rood Center, and people are encouraged to come. Our questions will be solicited, will be taken beforehand, so we'll already have the questions. We won't be taking audience questions at that point.
What is the deadline for submission of questions, and where should people submit questions?
The questions for the Nevada City Council should be to us by this Saturday. And the email for that is questions, plural, at lwvnevadacounty.org.
Very good.
Okay? For the state commissioner, let me just say also that for Nevada City Council, there are 2 open seats, and there are 3 candidates, Adam Klein, James Kadami, and Michaela Sortland. There are many candidates in the state insurance commissioner. I can't even list all of them. That's going to be happening on the 29th of April. And in order to see that, to participate in that, it's Zoom only, right? And so you need to register for that, and you can find that information on our website. On Thursday, the 30th of April, we have County Superintendent of Schools. There are 2 candidates, John Baggett and Timothy Reed. That also is at the Rood Center beginning at 6 o'clock. And then on Monday, May 4th, we are fortunate to have 6 of our congressional candidates. We have Heidi Hall, Ami Berra, Chris Bennett, Pacey Cervantes, Rob Tucker, and Chris Bish, all confirmed for
fabulous
for that. Yeah,
yeah, that's a good one. That's a real. They're all good, but this is a really important one.
Yeah,
because our district was organized, and we have different people who are now, from the various regions that we represent for the District 3.
That's right. And Ami Berra is actually the sitting congressperson in, I forget which district he's in right now, but
it's changing.
He's now in District 3, and our sitting congressman, Kevin Kiley, is running in District 6 now.
Yeah, it's so confusing.
It's confusing.
Yeah, but all this information is on our website, on our homepage, and also the links for viewing live. And then after the candidate forums, we'll also release links for on-demand viewing.
Yeah, that's right. So people can watch them at their leisure.
Yes.
And let me also say that when our press release went out, as you mentioned, we had scheduled and confirmed a forum for our California State Assembly for District 1.
Right.
That we have had to cancel because a candidate has had something come up and is not able to make it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Okay, so the State Assembly race that was already announced, that candidate forum, rather, not the race, the candidate forum is not going to happen.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
All right. I mean, this is all so much work, but it's just so worth it to give our goal is to give people all the information they need in order to make an informed vote. That's the end of the line for us, right?
The information that they need, and also I think the opportunity to just see what does a candidate look like, what do they sound like, how do they conduct themselves in this forum. And, we run a pretty tight forum. We have a lot of rules around our forum because we want it to be safe for the candidates and we want it to be safe for the audience members. And we want it, most of all, we want it to be very, very informative. So we keep a pretty tight rope on what actually can be done and cannot be done in these
And then we do have our vote411.org platform where people can type in their address and get all this information and more for other positions and such that are available on the ballot, depending on where you live. There's a couple of propositions that are happening depending on where you live, and we have that information on the website as well. So that's very important.
Yeah, and that 411 platform does depend on candidates being willing to give information about themselves to the organizers of that. So if you go on and you, for instance, find that there's a candidate missing, it's because they have not given their information yet. So please encourage them to do it because it's an important
it's very important
tool.
And ballots drop in the mail May 4th.
The week of May 4th,
Week of May 4th, and so then the real deal actually, is happening.
The real deal is happening. Ballots must be they must be submitted by June the 2nd. Now, it's really, really important. We have a few ways that you can drop your ballot. You can drop your ballot in a drop box. You can bring it directly to the Root Center, and there's a couple of drop boxes there. You can go to the vote centers, and both our website and the elections website have all that information
About where the ballot boxes are, or the vote centers.
the vote centers and the ballot
boxes.
the drop boxes. But what's most important is for people who mail it, you really need to make sure that you have it, I would say, and I've heard it said, at least 5 days in advance, because there have been changes to the postal system, and now even if you drop your ballot on Wednesday the 15th, it is not necessarily going to be postmarked April 15th, because it's going to be postmarked when it gets to the distribution center.
In Sacramento.
Yeah, so be very, very careful. Don't think you can just drop it that day.
Right, or even the day before. You need to give the ballot time to get to the regional processing center and time for it to be postmarked, unless you go to the counter and get it hand stamped, postmarked. Right. So it's really important because we really want your ballot to be counted.
Right, yeah, right? Absolutely.
The more people we have voting, the better.
Right.
So legitimately.
Yes, of course.
Okay, thanks, Jan.
All right.
Thanks for all you do for the community. We appreciate you.
Oh.